Hi everybody, this is Manny Garavito from MiamiNetworking.com, and this is our very first interview of a series of interviews where we try to get to know and put a spotlight on professionals here in Miami and the things that they do. Right next to me I have Aixa Goodrich, and she was very particular when I met her because she actually studied through Tony Robbins to become a neuro-linguistic programming coach.
Yeah.
Give us a little more detail on what you do.
Yeah, so initially I started off as a chiropractor and functional medicine practitioner, and then I transitioned into life coaching. So I'm a human potential coach, and essentially what that means is that I help people get to the next level. So a lot of people have different layers that have been coming on since they were children, and they don't even realize how that's holding them back from reaching their full potential. So it starts with mindset. It's also about health and wellness and creating the relationships in a life of abundance, just basically living an enriched life. So I did become certified in NLP. I've studied under the tutelage of Tony Robbins and now Jack Canfield. And so my passion is to improve lives. So that's what I do every day. So in my chiropractic practice that I had for 20 years, it was about improving lives. Now with functional medicine, it's about improving lives. And now we've taken it a step further. So in our wellness center, we offer a lot of different services, including acupuncture, massage, Reiki. But my primary focus at this particular moment is functional medicine and lifestyle coaching or human potential coaching. It's basically taking you to that next level. And unfortunately, some people don't even realize that they're not at their full potential, that they're living a life of quiet desperation. You don't want to go to work in the morning and you're like, oh my God, is this all there is to life? So if you're kind of stuck in that place where you're like, is this all there is? That's not all there is. There's so much more. You just need to align your purpose, your goals, and your health, and everything's related.
I actually believe that these kinds of problems that she's describing is something very subconscious that may not be something that people aren't really aware of, because they think it's the normal way of being. So I practice NLP myself, and I must say that neuro-linguistic programming is great, especially if you're an entrepreneur, because it allows you to pinpoint a lot of limiting beliefs and help you get to the next level, and just like she mentioned, find abundance in the life that we have. And us as entrepreneurs, that's all we got to focus on how much opportunity and potential there is out there for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I studied from Tony Robbins myself, as well as some other NLP practitioners, and I read a lot of great books that allowed me to change my mindset and get to the next level. So I wanted to interview Aixa in order to get a better understanding, since she is a coach. And I believe one of the most important things to realize about NLP is the fact that why do you believe NLP is so popular amongst entrepreneurs? Give us a breakdown. Because I believe like people like normal that are, going to work or finding jobs, for some reason it kind of turns them off, like something that's not really interesting to them. But when it comes to an entrepreneur trying to find value in things, they focus on people that practice this, I would say, pseudoscience.
Right. Well, it's actually very proven if you follow neuro-linguistic psychology. And I think that a lot of the issues that people face today is that they don't know how to communicate. And social media is fantastic and wonderful, but it doesn't teach people how to communicate with each other face to face. So I think neuro-linguistic psychology is just an opportunity for you to learn how to communicate with other people in an effective way so that the outcome is mutually beneficial. So that's how I use NLP, and it really helps me kind of get to the core of who my client is or my patient is at the time, what's really holding them back. So certain keywords, certain phrases that you might use, or certain just body language that you'll use will tell me a lot about who you are and where you're stuck.
Well, what I mean when I say pseudoscience is because neuro-linguistic programming is very, I'd say, dependent on the person allowing it to happen to them.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it's almost like hypnosis almost.
Sure.
Where it's like you kind of like shortcut everything and just get to the solution as soon as possible.
Right.
In methods that make sense to them.
Yeah.
But sometimes people are I'd say, skeptical, and they don't allow it to happen. Mm-hmm. However, if they were like good listeners, like just how you say communicator, because as an NLP practitioner, you must be a great communicator in order to like go right through it. Yeah. I mean, I think that's the whole basis of it.
I think it's also about being a good listener. I think if you're a good listener,
for the patient.
Yes, absolutely. You have to be a good listener, and then based on what they say, then you can communicate effectively, because then you know where they're stuck or what's holding them back.
So if you're not a good listener, NLP is not for you.
Well, NLP will work, but it's
if you gave it a shot.
Yeah, sure.
Any particular books that you recommend?
Oh my gosh, right now, Success Principles by Jack Canfield is a great book. I love that. There's a lot of books by Tony Robbins. I think he's a great resource. You mentioned one earlier, and I can't remember the name of it.
Tad James, Timeline Therapy. Let me tell you something real quick. I went through a bad breakup when I was 23 years old. I read that book, got to the next level as soon as I finished reading it.
That's awesome.
By far one of the most important books in my life. I highly recommend it. Tad James, Timeline Therapy, and I believe you can get an NLP certificate for that particular.
Yeah, you can. You can get certification for NLP.
There was a gentleman that came in. His name escapes me, but I'll tag it. I'll put it on the description. That came in and also was a practitioner of Timeline Therapy, and I highly recommend it. I think any book or any person that you meet that specializes in it, especially here in Miami, because I don't really think it's that popular.
Right. I don't think it is either, even though UM has a certification, or at least they did at some point.
For NLP?
Yeah, for NLP.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think her name is Janet Kneffel or something like that. Yeah.
All right. Where can they see your work?
So manifestyourepiclife.com is where you can reach me, and if you want to email me, manifestyourepiclife@gmail.com, or you can always call me. And what's my number? 561-501-0258.
Do you have social media handles?
Absolutely. So Manifest Your Epic Life on Facebook and on Instagram and on Twitter. It wasn't available for some reason, but it's My Epic Life now.
All right, so if you ever need NLP specialists to look into your situation and get you to the next level, definitely look up Aixa Goodrich.
Yeah.
All right, and if you ever want to meet other professionals here on Tuesdays at the Brickell Happy Hour Network, make sure you look me up, miaminetworking.com. I'm Manny Garavito, your host. See you next time.
See you next time.